Hey friends, it's PJ from the Prize Podcast. I had the distinct pleasure of going down to the Military Influencer Conference, lovingly known as MIC, in Atlanta just a couple weeks ago. For those of you who are unfamiliar with MIC, it's the largest single gathering of entrepreneurs, leaders, and creatives in the military space. There were some amazing speakers, we met some incredible people, and there was even a comedy night. Huge shout out to the MIC event staff for hooking us out with the media pass. This allowed us to set up our cameras so we could conduct some spot interviews to hear from some of the participants about what they thought the most important things to focus on when it came to transitioning out of the military. We heard some great things, and I just wanted to share them with you. Let's go ahead and dive in. So I'd love to know from you, if you had one piece of advice that you would give to someone who is transitioning out, or even their family members, what would that be?
Actually, great question. I think that it would be to find community. Oftentimes people in the military, you're working within a unit, you're working within a team.
Yeah.
You've got that support all around. You go to the civilian life, it's just not there. It's just not the same. It's not going to be the same. So if you can get into some sort of community, I don't know if it's church, if it's school, if it's, job kind of thing, networking, if it's sports, if it's, MMA, fighting, something like that, but getting plugged in and kind of building that network up again so that you have people around you that can support you. I think we're just used to that. So when we leave, we don't have that.
Right. And what would you recommend for someone to find which community they belong to?
I think it's going out and do, chase interests, really. We were talking earlier, kids have got me into coaching football and ref and everything. And for the life of me, I never thought I'd ever ref flag football. But I'm having a lot of fun with it. And kind of getting plugged in that way. Just something I never even thought I would want to do. Ended up kind of leaning that way. I like sports. I like coaching. I like being around kids and kind of helping them out. And it kind of led me to that path. And it's been a lot of fun. So having a good hobby and people to be around and friendships and that stuff like that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I'm curious too, in your own transition out, what was the thing that you struggled with the most?
Knowing what I wanted to do. I think for the longest time, Marine Corps infantry, just being told what to do.
Yeah.
Got kind of in that, mindset of go do this, go do that. But without a defined mission and without someone telling me what to do, it was kind of on my own.
Yeah.
So the biggest struggle was, what am I going to do? What do I want to do? Where do I want to go? And you can go back and look. I started college. I think I changed my major 7, 8 times.
Really?
To the point where my advisor was like, you got to stop. You got to stop changing and figure out what you're doing because you're kind of wasting time and whatever. So really that was my thing. It's just I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. I had a lot of interest.
Right.
But eventually kind of dialed down and was able to kind of get in the right path.
And how'd you figure that out?
I kind of just stumbled into it, really, to be completely honest. Yeah. So long story short, I met my wife and she was kind of helping me figure out what I want to do. She's like, you should be a teacher, you're good at it. And growing up my entire life, my dad was always like, you work really well with kids. They look up to you, they respond to you, you do a really good job. I've always had little siblings, always been the oldest. So my stepsister, 4 years younger than me.
Oh, wow.
My one brother, I was 14 when he was born, so I was really young. I've got a lot of other young siblings, and my mom ran a daycare, all that. So long story short, my wife said, you should probably try teaching.
Mm-hmm.
So went in, got my degree in psychology, and then long story short, tried teaching, wasn't for me.
No.
I did a good job, right? But it was just, I needed more training, I guess. So when you go to get your teacher certification, you get a lot of training, a lot of time.
Right.
I did an alternative route. So they were like, you got a degree? Here you go. I just went into a classroom and figured out that wasn't really where I wanted to be. And then pivoted and found the voc rehab program.
Yeah.
So I had used my GI Bill for a psychology degree, and then got voc rehab, went and got my master's in clinical mental health counseling. And what they said when you're doing counseling is the client that best suits you is going to find you. And while I was kind of in my internship, I ended up working with young men, particularly the ones that lost a father or their father wasn't involved, so some behavioral issues and things like that.
Yeah.
And then couples, which is wild. So I started doing couple therapy. And then kind of on that note, I kind of thought where can I best find, or where can I best kind of help people?
Right.
Is it here doing this? And then I kind of got the idea of veterans and everything, and I eventually found Vets for you. So pivoted that.
I love it. Well, hey, man, I appreciate you being on.
Yeah.
I appreciate you being patient.
No, yeah, definitely. It's not a problem.
Josh, huge, man. And we already talked about this with Sheena as well, like find her community. And I think even more so, it's like, please don't isolate yourself. You have, if nothing else, friends and family around. So take the time to connect with them if you can. And then through them, if you don't know what you want to go and do, let them, help introduce you to other communities that maybe you will feel passionate about, whether it is church or whether it is volunteering or, I mean, look back to what you liked before you went to the military. Were you into music? Were you into skateboarding? Were you into riding horses? Were you into shooting guns? I mean, you probably enjoy doing that in the military, right? So there are gun clubs around and other such things. And we even have, like, depending on your branch, there's Soldier for Life, there's Marine Corps League. It's all there. So the important piece that Josh is illustrating there is don't isolate yourself, because I guarantee you, there are people out there who understand what you've been through. And if you tuck yourself away, two things. One, you're hiding yourself and your gifts from this world. And I promise you, you have gifts to offer. But number two, that creates a psychological battle within ourselves, because all of those demons that we've been hiding while in the military, and then also the identity crisis upon getting out, it starts to snowball because we don't have anyone to share that with. So I really do want to invite you to step out and see what's out in the community, whether it be one of the resource organizations that any of the people that we've had on so far have highlighted, or one that might be in your area.